Hey Crafty Peeps! I'm really excited about today's video because it is over a year in the making. So I wanted to redo my bedroom. I couldn't afford a whole lot, but I had big visions. So this video is about how I made over my room from like a Caribbean kind of look to more of a modern farmhouse look. And just lots of good content here in this video, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to start off the video showing you my old bedroom, what I did in this bedroom now, some tips on hanging and painting, and then I'm going to show you a few DIYs that I did for this room, including a trunk makeover and a couple decor pieces. So those will be in the video as well. And then at the end, you are gonna want to stay tuned because I decorated in pink glam for Christmas, and here's a sneak peek. And so lots of fun stuff. Also keep in mind, when you see the end of the video with all the Christmas, next week, then all the DIYs from that video, from this video, will be in that video of all the DIYs. So I hope you will stay tuned and enjoy. Also, look down in the description. I'm gonna timestamp. So if you just want to see DIYs or you want to see tips, it's all going to be down below, so you can go to the parts of the video that you'd like to. Hopefully watch the whole thing. So, all right, let's get into today's video. This is my room before. So this room worked much better at my old house. It had tons of light and it just worked a lot better. In here, it's just too dark. I don't have a lot of light. You can see right here, it's like a fence. And then we have a lot of bushes. It's kind of hard to tell with the thing, but not a lot of light. And so definitely want to lighten up this room. So one of the things I'm going to do, well, I'm going to change the colors. Obviously the wall has got to go, that color. I love the color, but does not work. I'm going to do like a super light gray, and then I'm going to lighten it up. I've already ordered a light cream, and I'm just doing valances. I don't need these long curtains. And then, so like I made those on just some canvases. I just copied the pattern from the duvet there. We just got these, these lamps that are gray, so that will be perfect for the new room because it's going to be grays, creams, natural. I call this like the college chair, right? I'm happy to get rid of that and get a nice chair there. I'll need to get a new rug. And so one thing that I didn't like with this room was, this is my Hope chest. I got it when I was 16. I love it, but it's brown. And so we kind of did darker. In here it kind of looks brown, but it's kind of a deep espresso brown. Anyhow, so I put the blanket over the top. It never stays, it drives me nuts. So anyhow, I'm very excited to make this room over. So you're getting to see the before. Also, I just want to share, in addition to this art that I did, this is scrapbook paper that I just put in a frame, and it matched perfect. It was a paper pack. There's one over there. My husband's got it covered with his stuff. Then our closets, which I'm not super excited to show you, but hey, it's real life, right? So these are our closets, and they did not come with doors. And so I had put these curtains there, then you can close them. And unfortunately on my side, they got ruined. And so, and then here, this is, I'm just gonna, so these will be easy because I can just pull those or those fabric drawers out, and I can just replace them to look nice. I will probably get some new curtains to close that off, because yeah, no one wants to see that. Okay, so I cannot wait to do my bedroom makeover.
And this is what my room looked like at my old house. You can see much better lighting, and it just works there, but not here. So the first thing to do in a bedroom makeover is paint. Paint is inexpensive. You can get like $30 to $40 for a gallon. I did an off-white on this wall, which is my accent wall, and then the rest of them I did in a very light gray. As you can see here, my daughter is helping me out do a faux shiplap. So all you do is measure, and you just use a laser level as well as a metal ruler. You see here, I've got my laser light, and you just make a line with the Sharpie. That's it. It's super easy, and like everyone that walked in my room and saw it was like, whoa, that looks really cool. And it just gives a really inexpensive way to make a really neat accent wall. The next thing is to work on your rug. Okay, so these are my little stinkers that get my rugs all dirty. And so I needed to replace this rug. As you can see, it has little stains all over it. I have tried to clean up, and I was having a problem.
Okay, so I want to talk about Ruggable. I've been wanting one of these rugs for a really long time because I have always had cats and dogs. And I actually, in my old house and this house, pulled out all of the carpets because they either pee or puke or come running in with muddy paws, all of it. And I just got so tired of having dirty carpets. So I've only had just rugs, area rugs in some places. But then they don't really last long because they get so stained, and even washing them, it's been a pain. So I actually contacted a carpet cleaning company to see how much it would cost to clean my rugs, and I think it was like $100 a piece for 5x7 rugs. Okay, so not a good deal. And so the Ruggable, what it is it's a pad, and then the rug rolls over the top of the pad, and you can just pull it off and throw it in the washing machine, and then just put it back down, and you have a washable rug. And that is what I need in my life. I need that. If you have kids and pets, you need a washable rug. And so I got one. Okay, so I wanted it for my bedroom. Now I wanted it to really fill my bedroom because I actually lay on the hard ground to do my stretches because I have bad back and neck and all that, and so I really need like a hard surface. So I wanted a big area rug. And so, but what I didn't think about is how difficult a 9 foot by 12 foot rug would be to fit under my California king bed. So I don't recommend that you get one that size and put it completely under your bed. So I would recommend a smaller size, unless, if you're putting it completely under your bed, because my 17-year-old daughter and I had to completely move this big old bed and then roll out this carpet, and yeah, it was really hard. So when it is time to wash this rug, I was like, oh, it's gonna take a half a day. But this rug would be perfect for a living room where you just have like your coffee table on it, or like under your kitchen table, those kind of things. Perfect. In fact, I'm going to get another one for my living room. Yeah, like I said, I have dogs. The cats pretty much stay out of my room, but the dogs, they're always in here. You're gonna get to see them here in a minute. So again, it's just a pad that is kind of sticky on the bottom. Not sticky, but it's like no slide. And then the top part of the under pad is like a Velcro. And then you just roll the rug out onto that. So it stays in place, which is another thing I like because, again, my dogs want to like wrestle. And that used to like move my rug all around, and I have to fix it. Oh, and another thing. So as it would have it, because with pets and whatnot, yeah, my little dog came in 4 days after I put this down and peed on my brand new carpet. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I just went and got a rag and a little bit of carpet cleaner. It came up like that. I was like, okay, so I don't have to completely pull up my rug. It is cleanable, which I really like. So it'll be kind of one of those things like maybe every 6 months or a year I'll do like a full wash, but the spot cleaning really works. So I'm gonna give this rug 2 thumbs up. My only complaint was it was too big for under my bed, but that's my fault. That's just my warning, is the size and the room and what you're putting on top of the rug. Okay, so let's get into the rest of the video.
Okay, this is how the rug comes. These are the underpads. Because of the size, it had two. And then this is what the rug looks like that you will roll over the top. This is the back side, it's gray, and then you can see the top side. So the kind I got is a little bit thinner. You can get a plush, but I didn't want that kind. So what we did is we rolled it out, and this is what it looks like. I love it. It is like a grayish cream, and it matches perfect. Okay, so now for some tips. When I put my mattress back onto the bottom baseboard, what are those called? The things under your bed, box springs. When I put the skirt on, it always moves and it drives me nuts. So I used a little bit of alien tape. It's just super sticky, and I put that in the corners, and it kept my bed skirt in place. Okay, for this tip, you're going to take the back of your picture that you're about to hang, and you're going to put a piece of painter's tape down. Then you're going to mark with a pen or a pencil where you're going to want the nails to go. And I suggest that you make sure that it's very straight, because we're going to want this to be perfectly level on the wall. So once I mark it, I peel the tape off, and then I find where I want it on the wall, and I stick it to the wall. Then using my level, I make sure my tape is level on the wall, and then where my marks are is where I'm going to put my nails or my screws, whichever one. And there you go. Now this one I just moved over a hair because I could tell it was off. You just peel the tape right off. Your nails are perfectly in place, and you just hang your sign. This trick is amazing. I wish I would have known it when I did my gallery wall in my living room. Now you can see, perfectly level. Okay, now that everything is hung and put away, this is what the bedroom looks like now. I will link as many items as I can in the description, but you'll see I have a cute little gray chair in the corner, and that is from Amazon. This bedding is from Zulily. I did go and back and get another one of the dark gray pillows from Walmart, and it does look better. I just bought those, so I can link them. There is my finds there on my wall, and I made a couple and a couple I bought. The ones I bought are all clearance. I go to Hobby Lobby, I find clearance items, Michael's, any of those places. The lamps, I cannot remember where I got them. I think I got them at Ross. These, I lost the footage on, but these little candle holders, they were like a plastic gold, and I just painted them white. And then I put these candles from Dollar Tree inside them, and you just turn them, and they're battery operated. This clock I got off Facebook Marketplace for $20. I highly recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace. I find so many cool things. This greenery is from Hobby Lobby. In the closet there, you'll see one of those square organizers. I got the inserts off Amazon. So if you saw in the original picture, I had like a lime green and turquoise, so it was super easy just to pull those out and put new drawers in. Okay, I'm obsessed with this shelf. I got it at Ross, and then I just get little bits and pieces from wherever to decorate. I don't think anything on there costs me more than $3 or $4. That top like face type thing is a DIY. The one that has a 2 in it is also a DIY. I didn't put all of them in this video, but I will link the videos that they were in the cards above. I just couldn't put this bunny guy away at Easter, so he sits in my room now. This bigger piece is from Hobby Lobby, and the other pieces are just things I've picked up along the way. Another thing I'm obsessed with is this mirror. It is from Walmart. It was $60. It's huge and it has a gray wash to it, and I love it. This is another DIY I did, and I will link that here. Of course, we saw this earlier, and I love this clock. All right, that's what the room looks like. It is nighttime when you can see it there, but I love the way it turned out. Okay, for my first big DIY, here's the transformation of my hope chest. I got it for my 16th birthday, but that golden wood is not gonna go in my new room. So I just sand it down with my Heart tool sander. I love their tools because they all are battery operated. I don't have time to try to find an outlet and get my project near an outlet. Okay, and all I did to paint it is I actually used the same paint that I painted on the wall. So talk about a good match for in my room because it matched perfect and the paint worked great. I wasn't sure. I've never painted a piece of furniture before. I know there's probably all sorts of things you're supposed to do, but for me, this worked. Okay, now it's time to take off the top because what I'm going to do is make it a cushion seat. So I could have just stopped right here and it would have been a beautiful makeover, but I decided that I really wanted the top to have a pad. So I picked up this pad here, this foam pad from Joann's, and you can see here I've already traced the top of the hope chest onto here, and then I cut it out. I do believe there are better ways to cut it out than just my sewing scissors because it wasn't like super straight. And I'm going to tell you a step that I forgot is batting. You do need a piece of batting to put over this pad, and that's going to keep your edges nice and straight, because you can see here I have one nice straight edge and then I have kind of a jaggedy edge, and so that's the one mistake I made, but you live, you learn. I've never done this before. I have upholstered chairs, so I kind of knew what I was doing, but this was kind of just, let's see what happens. And it worked out great. So I picked this fabric. I will say stripes can be a little bit tricky because you definitely want your stripes to look straight. You don't want them kind of going diagonal or whatnot. So take your time. But then at the same time, it's almost easy because you can line up your sides on one of the lines going, and then you kind of know you've got it, got it straight. So like I said, the batting would have gone between the green pad there and then before I put on the fabric. Once I get everything lined up, I will start stapling. I just use, just a regular staple gun, nothing fancy. And then I'm going to go over to the other side and kind of pull it taut. You want to make sure you don't pull it too hard that you get weird stretchy wrinkles. So just take your time. You can see it's just staple along. It's really, really easy. It looks intimidating. I remember many years ago, my kitchen chairs, my dining room chairs were just so gross and I wanted new fabric on them, and I just took it apart and I thought, oh, and it wasn't hard at all. And sometimes we get intimidated and then it's really not as hard as we think. So then once I get that side done, I'm going to cut off all the excess. I kind of keep the extra for now just because I want to make sure I have, have enough for everything. And then you're just going to fold the sides kind of like you would fold a package, like a Christmas present. I just am really careful to get really nice and crisp folds. And that's it. That's what you have got to do. I do have to cut out a little area for the lock, the part that closes the lid down to the hope chest. But other than that, it was just doing that, and then I just screwed it back into the top of the hope chest, and that's it, that makeover. I mean, it is an amazing makeover, and it really didn't take a whole lot of time. The thing that took the most time was finding the fabric because I just couldn't make up my mind. I tried a couple different fabrics. Nope. Finding this fabric and finding one I really liked was definitely the hardest part. And you'll notice, I don't know why, I was super into stripes for this room. I did, the faux shiplap, and then this is stripes, and then I ended up going with stripes for my bedspread. That's one thing I didn't talk about. I wanted to keep my bedspread kind of neutral. I didn't want anything like super flowery or girly. I just kind of wanted this room to have kind of a classy, clean look. Of course, I did throw in farmhouse elements, but more than anything, I just kind of wanted it to have a clean, crisp look. Now, I'm going to talk about my bedspread for a second. I have a down comforter, and then I just buy the comforter covers, the duvet covers. And I went on Zulily, and I found the one that is on my bed that you see in this video for $14.99. Now, I couldn't decide. There was like 5 of them that I liked. And for $14.99 for a California King duvet cover with 2 pillowcases, I mean, that's a really good deal. So I actually bought 3 of the ones I like. And so now if something happens, I have a backup. Maybe I get bored with the stripes. I've got one that's kind of florally. So, for $14.99, I could afford to have 3 different options. This is the trunk all done. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the DIYs that I did in the room. There's just a couple in here because I did a whole lot more, and I didn't want to put them all in this video. So like I said, I just linked them. For this project, I will use one of the vinyl stickers and this Beware sign that was from actually last October, but I'm pretty sure they will be bringing this right out again this year. I love the shape of this sign, so I will be a little bit sad if they don't bring it back. Then I'm going to take some of this wood filler, and I'm just going to fill in the 2 little holes that are there from the hanging part of the sign. Once this is dry, I will go ahead and sand it down a little bit, and then I'm going to give this whole thing just a paint of the linen Rust-Oleum chalk paint. I want to give this sign a wooden shiplap feel, so I will go ahead and take my long ruler, and just from the little cutouts there, I'm going to draw a straight line all the way across. And because this Sharpie kind of gives it a really bright line, I will go back over it with some sandpaper just to kind of distress it and make it look a little more aged so that line isn't so bright. This sanding will get a little bit of dust everywhere, so I do recommend just taking a damp paper towel and just wiping down the sign before you put your sticker on it. These stickers, wall stickers, whatever you want to call them, from the Dollar Tree are amazing. I mean, you can just make so many signs in such an easy manner with these stickers. They're clear and they just go on and stick so well. And I'm going to take some of this buffalo check ribbon from the Halloween section that is currently at the Dollar Tree, which I'm super excited about. And I'm just going to tie a regular bow, just like you would tie your shoes. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail those tips and add it to the top. And this really just makes the easiest sign for your house. This is just 3 items and you have a wonderful, cute farmhouse sign. An added step that you don't have to take, but if you don't want that glittery sign on the back to get all over the place, just cut out a piece of wrapping paper or just a paper bag, whatever, and just glue it to the back side. This kind of just finishes your back. Again, Dollar Tree loves their glitter. You probably don't want glitter all over the place. For the next project, I grabbed this Wild at Heart wood sign from Dollar Tree. I really liked it because it was like a solid piece of wood. And I'm just going to cover it with, again, my favorite thing, the Rust-Oleum Lemon Chalk Paint. Then I grabbed this bushel of eucalyptus leaves from Walmart for $1.99, which is a great deal. It's nice and thick. I'm just going to cut off a little stem here for the sign, and I will use some ribbon. And then I'm going to get on to Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to show you how I make the vinyl cutout for this project. Okay, so I am on a new computer and I want to get some new fonts. And so for this project, I wanted to say, "Sleep well, my love." And what you can do, so I'm actually on, let's see, I'll show you. I'm on defont.com where you can get free fonts. And if you see right here, it says preview. This is where you can type in what you want it to say, so you can actually see, you know, what that font will look like. So I'm going to kind of scroll down until I see one that I like. And there are way too many choices. And sorry, I am trying to record with one hand and scroll with the other. I just see one and I'm like, ooh, I like that. And then I scroll and I'm like, ooh, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep scrolling until I think I like this one. This one is called Cream Candy. So that's really cool. They say they're free for personal use. So if you're going to be selling them, typically you have to buy a commercial download. So I just go over here. I don't have a mouse hooked up to this yet, so bear with me. Okay. And it goes down here in the corner. I'll go ahead and click on that. Okay, and it brought it up here. Okay, so now what you're gonna do You're gonna right click and you're gonna open. Okay, and we're gonna go up here and we're gonna install. And it's gonna install that font. Now, typically, let me get out of that. Okay. Typically you have to get out of whatever program you're in to get it to load, but I'm just curious if this will work without. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna go to System. That should bring up any of the fonts that come with the computer. So let's see. Ooh. So what did I call that? It was called Creamy. Okay, I don't see it. So let's see if I get out. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is go back online. Do y'all sing? Cream candy. Okay, do y'all sing to yourself? That's what I do. Okay. Actually, I can just search. So we'll go cream. Okay, so nothing showed up. Sorry if I'm terrible at recording and typing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this. Yes, I want to quit. Okay, so now I gotta get back. Tell you what, I'm not good at recording and doing this because I keep looking at my screen and not my phone. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into Cricut Design Space. Okay, I'm gonna do a new project. And I'm gonna do a text. I'm gonna type with one hand. Okay, sleep well. Oops. My love. Okay, and then let's see. I'm gonna get a W there. Oh, come on. How do I get back? Okay, well for now, I'll fix it in a second when I have two hands. Okay, so let's go back up here in the fonts. Okay, and we're, oops. We're gonna go back up here and type in cream. And look, it's there. Okay, so I'm gonna choose that one. Okay, and now there it is, and I can cut it out. And yes, I will fix that well. And now that my vinyl is all cut out and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and line it up here on my sign. I just kind of eyeball it to make sure the bottom letters look right and the top letters look right. And then once I have that to my satisfaction, I'll go ahead and push it down and peel back the contact paper. And I just can't even believe Cricuts are amazing, but if you don't have one, it's okay because there are rub-ons and stickers and all sorts of alternatives. And now that I have that down, I'm going to go ahead and just glue this piece of eucalyptus on, and I will glue my bow on, and this project will be done. Now, I chose this Sleep Well, My Love, because if you saw at the beginning of the video, I said I was doing a bedroom makeover, and it is so sweet. My husband is always worried about how well I slept. I have some sleeping problems, and every day he's like, how well did you sleep? And so I just thought that was so sweet, and this is something that will go in our bedroom, and it is very meaningful. So I added this in so you can see how if you have something, how you can just change it into your new decor. So obviously this isn't going to go, but it's that cute like hobnob, or not, maybe I'm saying that wrong. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anyhow, this is like a really cute vase. I actually got flowers in it. And so I was like, well, I don't want to toss this. I really like it. So I just covered it in some linen chalk paint from Rust-Oleum. And you see that I'm kind of fiddling with the raffia that's around it. I just take that off. I was trying to save it. I don't know why I do that sometimes, but I just put a coat of paint on this. I may have put 2 coats of paint. Paint a little bit on the inside so the pink doesn't show, and then add a bow or raffia or nothing. And that's an inexpensive way to make over stuff for your new bedroom makeover. Another tip when I am making over a room and I'm changing the color scheme is I sell the stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I've talked about that before. And whatever money that I get, I put it in an envelope. Then I take that envelope and I go to Hobby Lobby or Home Goods or somewhere like that, and I purchase a few items, that with that money. So it didn't cost me anything to get some new decor pieces. And then I make over items like this that I had, maybe some garage sale items. So it's really inexpensive to make over your bedroom. A lot of times we think we need a lot of money, but we don't. Okay, so here is the end of the video where I show you how my bedroom turned out for Christmas. I wish I had better lighting in my room, but I just don't. So anyhow, you can't quite see a lot in here when I spin like this, but I do take some pictures. I didn't take a picture of everything. You're gonna have to watch the next video that will come out probably within a week of this video. And you get to see how I made some of these glam pieces. I am in love with them. Again, the video just doesn't do them justice. They look a little better in the nighttime, so I waited till night, and I also show you what it looks like at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was over a year in the making, but I just, between clearance finds and makeovers and garage sales, you really can make over your room for inexpensive. All right, again, go down in the comments. I linked everything that I could link, and if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them. All right, until next time, happy crafting!